So this is my Shadow Clone stealth build that I've been working on. Normally I don't like to use twisting blades, but really just feels the best with this setup. So for skills, we're running Poison Trap, Twisting Blades, Shadow Clone, Concealment, Dash, and Puncture. The skill tree real quick. Obviously Puncture, Twisting Blades, max it out. Weapon Mastery, Dash, and I take Discipline Dash for the slow. And then with an aspect, we get like instant daze. 2 ranks in concussive, 1 rank in trick attacks. We take countering stealth and concealment. 3 points to mending obscurity. We get so much value out of this with one of our aspects as well. I have ranks to exploit on my amulet. We are running barber, so that's actually super helpful. Ranks malice, poison trap for the knockdown. And we are running infiltrator as well. Consuming shadows synergizes really well with barber. Keep us at max energy. Less damage reduction, or more damage reduction. Enemies deal less damage. A little bit of attack speed. Shadow Clone all the way up. Innervation just to help out with energy regen on bosses. Trap Mastery and Aftermath. So we get energy after we use our Shadow Clone. And we're running Momentum for the damage reduction. And we are using Preparation to get our Shadow Clone back. And then we get our other cooldowns back when we use our Shadow Clone. Skill tree, or Paragon board, I mean. We go up, and the first one we take Combat. And second board is No Witnesses, and we take Control. A lot of damage and max life here. Damage to healthy, crit damage. Then we go to Exploit Weakness, where we pick up the Legendary node. We're taking Closer. More damage reduction. Vulnerable damage. We get this potion healing just for the dex. Vulnerable damage, damage to injured. Armor, damage reduction from vulnerable here. Then we go up to Cheap Shot, where we take the legendary. This is where I'm putting Chip, because almost all of our damage is physical damage. Come down here, grab damage to crowd control and armor. Over here, grab damage reduction from elites and armor. Armor, damage to healthy. We go up to Tricks of the Trade. We have like basically 100% uptime on this. And we pick up Exploit. Damage to elites, armor here. Crit damage, physical damage is good. Grab damage reduction, damage to close here, and then we come over for some more max life real quick. For aspects, we're using Stolen Vigor, so we get more HP back. I'm using Uncanny Treachery, so dealing direct damage to an enemy dazed with an agility skill. This actually synergizes so well with Twisting Blades, which is why I like it so much. So we daze and then immediately dash, and then we're stealthed. And then we heal in stealth thanks to Mending Obscurity. So we have a lot of healing going on. Super nice. It also gives us controlled impaired duration, which is not bad. Grasp of Shadow, because this is a Shadow Clone themed build. You can use normal gloves here with like Shared Misery or Frostbitten, and you can run like the Stun Grenade Heart instead. That works really good with Penance and Greaves. Might on the pants. Penance and Greaves, just for the Frigid Finesse perk here. Just so much extra damage. I'm running a Accelerating on the crossbow just for the attack speed, and dual daggers. Dual swords work just as well. I'm running Infiltrators, because we're stealth build. It's super nice. Just to knock everyone down, get all those poison traps out, max out our disobedience stacks. Shadow Slicer synergizes really well with our dash. What is it called? Discipline dash. So when we dash through, it slows the enemies, And then when our Shadow Clone from Shadow Slicer dashes, it will daze them. And then with trick attacks, what we can do is we can Twisting Blades, dash through, be stealthed, and then when our Shadow Clone follows us from Shadow Slicer, everybody is dazed, which in turn knocks them down when our Twisting Blades follow, which synergizes with Concussive as well. So super neat little synergy there. And we're running Disobedience on the Amulet just to make it stronger. Blade Dancers on the ring, and then Expectant just for more damage. Yeah, I think that's everything. We're in a tier 91. Couldn't really find a good tier 100. Between stealth healing and momentum stacks, we just have a lot of self healing. See, and then we're stealthed again. We just sneak up on everybody. Because we go stealth so much too, it kind of confuses the AI a bit. And we're frozen, which is fine because we have a lot of health and DR. Wait for our C1 breaks and everything. Built this super tanky, a lot of sustain, just so we can survive in the higher tiers. And then Barber and Twisting Blades kind of carries the rest of it. Because Twisting Blades and Barber is busted. We also get a lot more single target damage out of our Shadow Clones, thanks to Grasp of Shadow, actually, because it procs a lot more than you think it does. Right there. So what's really cool is when we dash, a lot of the times we'll proc Grasp of Shadow while our Shadow Clone is up as well. So we'll dash, our Shadow Slicer Shadow Clone will dash, our Shadow Clone will dash, and then the Shadow Clone from Grasp of Shadow will dash. So it's super fun. Stealth again, come back here. Stealth, go around back. Really feels like we're Shadow Cloned Stealth Ninja. See that? We just tanked an explosion. That's how tanky I built this guy. I also like to stack incense and potions, obviously. You know, every advantage we can get. Make our lives easier, right? I just did that to stealth so I can heal back up. You barely have to use potions a lot of the times while you're mobbing, unless it's like a real difficult big pack of elites. Even at this this high up in the levels.
Something in the fort has followed us inside these awful tunnels. Or been here for long ages. It's now newly woken. I thought to flee.
Prioritize elites, big. Definitely prioritize elites.
It will no doubt spell my doom. I can smell death in the air. It will come for me soon.
Big fat guys exploding everywhere. Let's go stealth. Being able to go stealth without wasting my concealment cooldown is just so nice. So you can heal up and everything. And I know a lot of people use Umbris. Oh, here we go. Umbris, even on Twisting Blades builds, like on the Amulet. But being able to just go stealth and kind of confuse the AI a bit and heal back up just by Twisting Blades and then dashing through. Just feels so good. Feels a lot better than relying on lucky hit and wasting a powerful amulet slot like Disobedience or even Edge Masters or something if you want damage. Trivializing this curse chest right now. Easy day. I'll leave the rest. So bosses, I like to do a rotation to keep our energy up. So this is why I take the energy on Aftermath. Let's take out this. Run out of energy, you use. Really? strategy, use concealment. A little bit longer of a boss fight than like a poison rogue, but you see our shadow clones going on in the background. I love it. Come on, use. Just end it already. And he should be done. A little bit longer of a boss fight, but it's fine. Easy day. And that's the Shadow Clones.